So, welcome to this ACM Summer School um, program, and I welcome you all for this session. And most probably, how many of you are familiar with this topic? So, I came to know that you are from um third year uh, uh, UG program, and mostly this subject may be in elective. Whether you opted that elective or not, I don't know. Anyhow, the prerequisite for this course is something like that. Maybe you are very familiar with mobile phone, right? That's more than enough. I think you know in around that mobile settings and in around the mobile, how to operate the mobile applications and apps and so on, like WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter, and so on. That itself more than enough at the end user level or user level. It's good, right? So this is very simple topic, something like that. IoT, Internet of Things, right? The things may be something like that. Without internet now, very difficult to connect all the sectors, maybe whether it's the banking sectors or insurance sectors or any other department, whatever maybe. Everything is globally we can connect it on top of the internet. Are you agree with this? Yeah. So the backbone hall of any communication is now internet. So with the help of the internet, how we can connect different objects. The object is not necessary to be an electronic device. The object may be a human being because now I am talking through this mic and you are listening through this speaker and you are listening through your ear. That is it. It's what I'm trying to say. As a human being and some electronic, I am also a human being through the machine. For example, this is a I opened this PowerPoint in this desktop machines. Assume that how many objects are there including the hall itself and the chair itself and so on. You understand what I'm trying to say? Are you able to follow me? Fine. Right? If you have any doubt or if you are not clear, please don't hesitate to ask me. I will try to clarify. So this is what happened. How to connect all the objects together to make something. Because now IoT is something like that everywhere. I think you heard about that IoT. For example, now what I'm trying to say, the smartwatch. How many of you heard smartwatch here? Anyone is weird smartwatch? I think she could have known that how what are the options are there. For example, like I want to see my PP, blood pressure. I want to see my how much calorie I spent. Everything I can monitor, and if I want to I can transfer this messages to my consult doctor also. So these are the possibilities are available, right? So the thing is in the future, everything is an IoT without the Internet of Things. Now you might have heard about the word Internet of IOE. The term has been changed in terms of IoT. Now the term is going in other direction is IoE, Internet of Everything. So that is a trend is going on, dear students. So this session actually I am planning to conduct this session, and first two sessions are there. One session I want to give some brief introduction, and in the meantime I want to tell about that what are the mainly this topic is for the security. Now we are accessing many applications. For example, you can say, you are online shopping, right? Or online shopping, you are going to pay through the GPay or by cash. WhatsApp app is there, right? Through the on, online purchase, if you are trying to purchase some online of the online shop, and you can get some information, and through the GPay and so on. That's the trend is going on. So, and the meantime, it should be more secure. For example, which will while when you go for some ATM transactions, which will ask you immediately the PIN number, right? The PIN number you should kept it in a secret mode, secret way, in a private mode. So how you have to keep that all those things, it's up to you. And sometimes some transactions, some OTP will be uh, sent to your mobile phone, and once you enter the mobile OTP number, then you can access the service. So I think what I'm trying to say, everything is for accessing. You are using those applications. Am I right? Through the OTP, you are entering the OTP number, and then you are accessing the services. Very simple. But the behind scenes, what are the security aspects we have to take care? Otherwise, what happened? Whether you believe or not, it is very easy to hack any information. So I want to show one what how to hack a car. How to hack a car? It's a ethical hacking, not a illegal hacking. So for 2 minutes video clipping is I kept in. It's open only. You can also see, right? So those things, security aspect, I want to discuss, not in the service. I'm not going to discuss about the what is called this IoT and its application. I am going to take a security about IoT protocols. So what do you mean by protocols? Protocols is nothing but set of rules. You know, right? So we are number of security protocols are especially for IoT, Internet of Things. So we are going to discuss about not. It's very difficult to complete all the protocols. So I listed a few protocols. We can see and how it works, and then what are the security handle it, and how we can prevent from those attacks and so on through some case study. Yes, extreme case study already happened. So how? So after the attacks, what happened? Once it's happened, how can for a hacking from the hack of IoT. So those things we have to discuss, right? So first, I want to discuss about these are the agenda. Are you able to see that content? Maybe. Um, so this is our agenda I am planning to discuss today. So introduction about IoT, just the definition, and you should understand that what is IoT actually. So without IoT, if you don't know what is IoT, how it works, and so on, it's very difficult to go with the security protocols and so on. So that's why I want to give some brief introduction about the IoT and its applications, and what are the IoT devices are available in sector. For example, like healthcare sectors, industrial oriented IoT devices, or related IoT devices, or uh, uh, department of transport related IoT devices. So many IoT devices are available in around us. So just I want to list some sectors and what are devices are available in each and every sectors or public sector. This sector may be a public sector or private sector, right? So those I want to discuss about it, and this is the security aspect. Mary, the security is very important for is equivalent to normally I used to tell that the service versus security should be like a weighing machine. It should be balanced always. You should not concentrate only on the service. You should not only concentrate on the security alone. We have to balance it like a weighing machine. It's not easy task for your kind of information. Balancing services as well as what security. So we have to balance it. There are a number of security mechanisms are available. Maybe you are familiar with one thing, authentication. Authentication. Okay, can you give me one example, something like that? You are giving login and password. This one simple example. And authorization. Authentication itself, for example, biometric information. So, will you please, so how many of you have biometric information in your institution here? Yeah. So once they enter and once they press the thumb in the biometric machine, immediately it is recorded as present. If you see a key or not available, it's not present, immediately which will report it to the administrator or the class teacher, or and in the meantime it will report to the parent also through the SMS. Your word is not presented today, is absent today. So the biometric information is nothing but what? That is IoT device. But which is connected through that all the servers, whether it is a wired connection or wireless connection. Wired or wireless. On top of the internet. So which connect all the places, and it will send the SMS to your parent also. He is not present today. Your ward is not attended this class today. So very simple, right? I didn't because if I press it immediately, it is this performance closed. So something like that, right? So those things we have to discuss authentication and authorization. Something like that. Your credential documents, Aadhaar card, PAN card, license. That is nothing but what? Your ID card is authorization. This is used for authorization. This is some other what you call some type of security mechanism. Security mechanism is available for identity. Seeing your ID card is there or not. So, right? Your ID, Aadhaar card is just, if you go to the airport, they will check the Aadhaar card, Aadhaar number. Now, Aadhaar and PAN card is connected together. Wherever you go there, immediately, not only in anywhere. If you want, if I want to check your profile, immediately I give that Aadhaar details. I can check your all the profiles, including your residence address and so on. So that is the one thing. And then you might have heard about the cryptography techniques, encryption and decryption. That is one type of what you call a security mechanism or techniques. Whatever you are sending, it's encrypted. The encrypted message sometimes they are going to call it ciphertext, encrypted text, ciphertext. Then on the other end, it decipher it and decrypt it. You will get the original message. In between the two end user, two endpoint or P2P communication, there must be some algorithm how to encrypt the data. That is one type. So there are a number of things we can discuss about the cryptography. And the other one, maybe you can say, you heard about that firewalls. Firewalls, if you heard about firewalls, right? The firewalls is mainly used to detect the malicious packet or malicious route in the network. So, for example, in SSN, they have some firewall. They will have some firewalls. They will never allow some user. For example, please block these type of websites. Don't allow the website in the campus. Or I can stop the YouTube itself. I can stop YouTube. Don't allow the YouTube inside the campus. So I can set those rules in my firewall if I want. The admin can do it. If the organization allows, I can block that websites. Whether it is possible to access those websites is a secondary. There are a number of ways are there to access the block website itself. So like for example, so many proxy server is there. Through the proxy server, we can access the same service also. I'm not going to discuss about that. How to bypass that those websites, how to bypass and then how to access the illegal websites and so on. That's not the issue. I'm not going to discuss about it. So these are the things are available, and again, so many things are there like intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system, and biometric information system, voice recognition system, speech recognition system, image, face recognition system. Everything is used for security. So with the help of IoT devices, still we can smartly identify those attacks or fraud detection. We can identify the fraud detection, right? So those things we have to discuss in the this IoT security thing, and security protocols. Number of protocols are available. Uh, we will discuss. So the prerequisite something like that. I think hope you might have read that computer network subject, right? I think heard about that the OSI layer and then TCP/IP layer. Yes. That's for example typing. This is application layer, right? So every layer will have a plus and then negative points. How to compromise, for example, the application layer? How to compromise my email? How to compromise my for transport layer? How to compromise the data, what do you call UDP layer? How to compromise the physical layer? The compromise, right? Like a human being can compromise else. Same way, I can compromise my machine. If I understand, if I know everything about the system, I can compromise. So there are a number of ways are there to compromise particular systems. If you are so very smart than those who are developed this system. So they can they can define, they can develop their own product, or the information from the internal people, those who are working in the company. They will reveal the information. From those information, I can construct some program through which I can hack the information. I can control the whole of what is happening here. What is happening here, and then what are the how what is your attention? Everything we go get, and then I can add your privacy. There are a lot of chances are there. Now tell that don't switch on the Bluetooth always. If you know, for example, if you want to work with what do you call this Bluetooth enabled devices, yes, you can do it. Once you completed that Bluetooth enabled access, please close it immediately. Otherwise, what happens? Some people the parameter range, they can access your device information. For example, your contact information, contact details, everything is easy. There are a number of ways are there. So some of the session is there. I will ready to go for some hacking, ethical hacking information also. How to hack the information, right? Anything we can hack with some privileges. I think you might have heard about that. You won the prize. You won the prize. Please give your details. I think most of you get the spam mail, right? Please don't open. Please don't open. Once you open, the link is connected. Your system is connected to your mobile is connected to some XYZ. They are ready to access your information. And even if you give more details about your information, still it is easy to use or easy to access your details in the remote places. Not necessary to do it in India. It may be in some other country, some place. It's very difficult to track also. Very, very difficult. Right? So we should be safe. Our system should be safe. So you should be very clear. So those things we have to discuss, right? And finally, actually, I want to show some the current trends in IoT. So what are the, for example, you heard about that word blockchain, right? So you heard about the word machine learning. You heard about the word quantum computer, quantum computing, right? So those technologies are very useful to construct a new application or secure application for IoT. So what are the new trends or new research are going behind this IoT technologies? Just I want to list some few. So apart from that, number of open source tools are available for your information. Just you can give the keyword. For example, like IoT security open source tools, you can get number of tools schemes. Or if you go, how many of you worked with the ChatGPT till now? 1, 2, 5. Yes, fine, good. I think you might have heard, you might have know the difference between the Google and Google. For example, if I give open source tools, which gives number of pages, I can choose one among them, right? I can explore and then I can try to use it. ChatGPT is not like that. Exactly, this is the one you can choose, or something like you can give technical problem or math, uh, some the problem and immediately which gives the solution. Or if you are not interested or if you are not understand that particular solution, you can ask someone else. Then it will give some other way. You can until you understand, right? So that's a trend is going on, right? So still they are working in behind that. They are trying to images, videos. The open AI for ChatGPT, will be in different directions. So those trend. So how we can connect those what you call chart GPT, chart GPT, that is what you call the generative, what you call generative pre-trained transformer, right? That is called chart GPT. So that trend is going on. How we have to use those chart GPT in all IoT devices, including my smartwatch, including my smart band, including my smart mobile, and I can control the AC, refrigerator, my car remotely. I can. So I didn't lock my car. I forgot it. For example, I can control from here. I can get a message from the Kia apps. Your car is open. Then I can within the range. I should be within the range. For example, I can from the third floor. I can control my. I can lock my car car door. So do you understand what I'm trying to say? So in a car itself, so many things are there. In car itself, so many electronic devices are there. So many IoT devices are available. So those are connected and constraint is there. Normally IoT devices are having some constraint. The constraint means what? For example, storage. Memory is very less. Upper computational power is very less. It's not like a desktop. The desktop you have a more computational power, we can do number of things. Storage is also more. Whereas here the storage is very less. And battery, energy is more. For example, we are connected through the power. Whereas it is like a remote, it's controlled by the battery. The power is very less. It's not connected to the power, electric power, right? Energy and storage and then computational cost. Everything is the resource constraint. If there is any resource constraint, it is very easy to what you call uh, exploit the environment. So those things also we have to discuss. So what I'm trying to say, if you give that some open source software, security software tools for IoT, you can get number of things. Which language you are going to use? Number of languages, including Python and C and C++, PHP. So many languages are available. You can choose one among them. Each and every tool will be used for different purpose. I told about never different type of security mechanism, right? Like authentication, authorization, cryptography, biometric information, and what else? Firewalls, intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system. All these different mechanisms are available, right? So those things we have to discuss, right? So this is a topic which I wanted to, in general, IoT definition, and you until you understand, and what are the IoT devices are available for different sectors, different organizations, and we have discussed about the IoT security overview with the case study, small case study. And in the meantime, I want to show some 2 minutes video how to hack the car, Jeep. How to hack the Jeep. It's available in the open medium. You don't have any issue, right? And mostly, and then security protocols. It is existing protocols. So I'm not. So for example, for students, I'm not discussing about, for example, transport layer security and socket layer security in depth. I am taking only the portion of the security part. For example, uh, just now I told that for familiar with the layer and DCP layer, there is one layer is called security alone. We are going to discuss about only security part alone, not all from application layer to how application layer works, presentation layer works, and how the transport layer works. It's not the session for that. We are only taking only the part of security alone. So those things we have to discuss about this session. Hope you understand the introduction session, right? Are you able to follow me? Fine. So what is Internet of Things? Internet of Things, something like that refers to a network physical objects of things. I told you the physical object. You are the physical object. I am the physical object. This is a physical object. The fan is a physical object. The light is in a physical object. Mouse is a physical object. My class is a physical object. So how? Because assume that how many devices are connected here. This is connected. One, two, three, four. Camera, five. Speaker, six. What else? Anything else? Projector, yes, fine. Seven. Then anything else? I don't know. Yes, this machine is also connected. This is another machine. This is also connected for displaying only for this what you call project for the projection purpose, projector purpose. Two devices are connected, two laptops, desktop and then desktop machine and then laptop machine. So something like that. This everything is connected. Everything is independent. You are independent. You are she is independent. I am also independent. But we are connecting, collaborating for some purpose, right? So maybe the definition is things is anything, right? So that are embedded with the sensors and software and other technologies to connect and exchange data with each other through the internet. So how many of you heard about sensors? Yeah, fine. So many sensors are, for example, temperature sensor, humidity sensor, right? For controlling this is a sensor is there, right? Now the sensor here is not working properly. Maybe I will ask him, right? So with the help of technologies, we heard about wireless technologies, Wi-Fi, WiMAX, Bluetooth. I think so many things are there. I think you heard about a Zigbee, WiMAX, right? So many other technologies, Wi-Fi technologies are available. Very simple, like the band, and then how much distance will it cover? And then you heard about that first generation network, second generation network, third generation network, 4G, 5G, maybe generation is leave it 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. Now with the most of the people are working in 6G also, right? So that's a thing is going on here, students. So we can use those technologies as accessing technologies to communicate, with the to communicate among the IoT devices, including what you call without IoT devices. Also, we can connect. So those things we have to discuss, and these objects can include everyday devices like appliances, vehicles, and even buildings also. Now you heard about that. Maybe the next slide you can see smart city. Did you hear about the word smart city? In Chennai, they are planning to develop a city like a smart, and they are doing a lot of things. Smart cities is not only light just for road alone, including light, including Wi-Fi connection, including sewage plant, everything. We have to, including garbage collection. So the garbage is full, then immediately indicates that the particular person, the garbage is full in the street number 1 and 2. Go and take clear that garbage. That's a smart city, right? Lot of applications here. Lot of IoT devices are IoT devices are required. To control IoT devices, we have through the internet, through the Wi-Fi technology, through this what you call accessing technology, we can access the what you call this uh, application, and we have to reach those things to the ultimate. For example, to the corporation or those who are higher authorities. We have to bring that issues to the higher authority. They should solve it, or we can make it. We can make it something like that automate also, right? So including vehicles and even appliances. I think everything, IoT is there, refrigerator, washing machine, everything is intelligence device. That is what you call AI devices, artificial intelligence devices are there. How many of you operate a washing machine, smart washing machine? You know what is thing is going on, right? You are not going to do anything physically, right? What do you want? You can select the options, which will automatically do it, including dry the cloth and iron the cloth. Everything is there. So there is one washing machine itself. So many devices are available. Each and every devices are different applications. Each and every devices are embedded with a new software, not a old software. Every software is embedded. Embedding some application in a particular chip is entirely different. But how we can connect the two embedded devices to each other, that's a trick is we have discussed. So this is what I am trying to say. The main objective of this IoT is to enable object to collect and share data and interact with their environment and perform a task more efficiently. This is what the definition. Now they are going to make something like automation. So once the automation, something like that, everything they are with the self, for example, uh, self without driver, the car should run. Is it possible? Yes. Yes. So that is nothing but automation. Automatic, even washing machine. Once you set the option that everything is will do it automatically. But what is the control? Where is the control? Once it reaches, for example, 30 seconds it reaches or 1 minute it reaches, it should stop automatically. You have to set the time also. Setting time also is very important. Or you can choose the option, it will automatically set the time. That's why no number of industries working for only for the washing machine itself, or refrigerator, or air conditioner, right? So what I'm trying to say, automation and control and monitoring of for various process and systems. So very simple, like Internet of Things. The things may be any object. We have to connect the objects, and through which we have to achieve something. That's the main thing, right? So this is, I think, this will give you the something more than the text definition. Very simple, right? Here you can say the physical object. The physical object is something like the thing. You are the physical object, myself is the physical object. I'm repeating some statements clearly to understand. And what else? The control is something like a brain. So now I have a control. I want to complete, for example, around 50 slides in this session, right? So this is what you have to control is something like the brain and sensors. You have heard about different types of sensors are available. So we have to talk about the sensor in a different way, but in generally, you know sensor. Then what happened? Actuator. The actuator, what it does is main thing is actuator is once it gets commands from the sensor. For example, it sends it should get, for example, the previous slide. So I'm just clicking the right arrow. Then this is what the sensor. Clicking is sensor. Once you receive the commands at sensor, which move to the next slide. That is actuator. You understand what I'm trying to say? After getting the command from this sensor, it actuates. It set the function and it will work accordingly. Are you able to follow me? This is what is actuators. After getting sensor, it will actuate. That is how the actuators with the help of internet. With the help of here, this is some Wi-Fi connection is there or Bluetooth connection. This is a Bluetooth connection. Bluetooth connection is there. So because their I think they have the toggle of Bluetooth here. So immediately it connects. Within this range, if I click this after 10 meters or 15 meters, this will not work. Or out of the room, this will not work. This will work in around this. This is a Bluetooth enabled device, not Wi-Fi enabled device. You understand what I'm trying to say? That is with the help of internet or networks, maybe Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or WiMAX, this will work. So this diagram thing, control, sensor and actuator and then communicator, that is network. Together is nothing but what? IoT. You understand this diagram? Okay, fine. Now, how, what is the growth? How it happened actually? I think everyone, you are very young and you are familiar with that. This one is something like that. First one is before internet. I think you born in born with a spoon like you born with the internet. We are not like that. Before internet also we work, for example, only wired connection. For example, you heard about the local area network, LAN, WAN, wide area network. Everything is connected through Ethernet or something like that, what you call fiber optics or something like that, connected with wires. The before internet, pre-internet, what happened? Human to human interactions. For example, like a fixed and a mobile telephonic communication or SMS. Fixed. Once it's happened, then this is one is something like that. What do you call this? World Wide Web. Then Internet of content. Internet of content, we can say that this is a World Wide Web. www dot something like that. 3C. 3W. So once it happened World Wide Web, everything come under this web engine. Every communication, like very simple, like what you call this email. Email is one of the important uh, component or application in after internet came into the picture, right? And what you call entertainment and then information exchange and all through the what you call this World Wide Web, especially the Google engine. Just to give the Google looks like a card. Now the Chat GPT overcomes that, right? That's very the important thing. Like World Wide Web and what else? This so here smart plus it all smart networks. The World Wide Web is a smart network. And next one, the next one is something like the Internet of Services, where the Web 2.0 is the trend come into the Web 2.0. What it does? E-productivity, e-commerce, all the applications are come under what you call this e-commerce, all access. You can access any services through online, right? For example, you can, I think through the Swiggy or Kanso, you are buying especially foods and other items through online only. You can buy a mobile, you can buy this pen drive, whatever maybe, right? So this is trend is going on. This is smart plus smart IT platforms and services which will come into the picture after Web 2.0. Now the Internet of people, the social media like Skype, Facebook, YouTube, or what do you call this other social medias like Instagram, Telegram, everything. If you see that whatever, if you open your mobile phone, so many applications are there like Skype. How many of you use that all the applications? So please, I one more thing I want to tell you that if you don't use any applications, right? If you don't want, please delete that application from your mobile. There is a chance for hack your information. So if you don't want or if you don't like it, please delete that app from your mobile. Now, not only mobile, your desktop machine also, which may lead to give you a chance for the hackers. So don't do that, right? This is for your information. And the last one is machine to machine. Now see that trend. Initially before internet, human to human interaction. Now machine to machine interaction. Human, there is no human being. Here the plus smart devices and objects and data plus smart data and then ambient context, that is called Internet of Things. You understand what I'm trying to say? From here, human to human to and machine to machine. Machine can take care of everything. You don't bother about it. Set the thing, whatever it may be. Some blind blind screen will be there. The blind screen, what it does is it automatically, or you can, it will wake up you. Pleasantly, you can, it will wake up you from your sleeping mode. Right? Those things are, everything is possible. So what I'm trying to say, the Internet of Things vision and growth is going like that. So that's why you have to use to understand that importance of Internet of Things. You understand this, right? I think most probably you come along with this the World Wide Web. Now you are also coming along with this all those things, but you should understand. Now you are all familiar with these applications, at least in the user level. But you should, as an engineer, right? You should know about how actually this was developed. There are a lot of opportunity for job and other business. Everything is there. You can develop your own business with the help of this. So many options are there. You will become an entrepreneur. You can start your company, startup company, right? So the list of IoT devices. How many of you are familiar? Yes, please. The reason is very simple. Sometimes, if fortunately, unfortunately, if it is open, right? Once it's open, what happened that the other end, there may be a chance for sending some pop-up message to you, right? So see, they are sending keep on pop-up message to you, which will store your those information in your mobile. The storage problem may maybe come across, which also slow down your machine also, slow down your what you call your mobile also. You understand what I'm trying to say? They will keep on sending pop-up message until you get response. If you are not response, they will keep on sending the request if it is open. So like advertisement, for example, they will keep on sending advertisement. For those process itself, it will take some computational power, right? Energy will train down. For example, instead of 1 hour, the backup time it will come down half an hour. You understand? Yes. Yeah. Hacking also possible. This is one type of hacking. I want down not only your mobile, the server also. To run that particular application, some server should be there, right? Through the server only, I am sending the message to you. The server will also come down. Okay, it's partially hacking, decent hacking, right? You understand, right? So this is what the different. I think how many of you are familiar with this smart devices, the smartphones? All are having smartphones and tablets. How many of you have a tablet? Yeah, and smart home devices. The thermostat, lights, smart lights, smart bulbs. You know, smart lights, smart bulbs, right? Right? Smart locks and smart doorbells, smart cameras and smart plugs and outlets. Let we see some example. Smart speaker and voice assistant. Example Amazon Echo and Google Home, and then the familiar one is there, right? Alexa, right? Alexa and smart appliances like refrigerator, washing machine, oven, and smart irrigation systems. All are having small chip. The chip is nothing but something like the embedded. Some software will be written into the chip for the design, and which will work for the particular constraint based on your requirement, right? And maybe here you can see that wearable devices, smart watches. I think he's having smart watches, right? He's having smart watch, yeah, and smart watch and the fitness trackers, health monitors. So wearable health monitor. This is what do you call that band, smart band. Smart band will tell you that how much calorie you have taken in the morning, how much calorie you have spent in terms of steps, or in terms of I'm speaking something. I'm spending. I'm speaking about this topic. I am giving some energy. Am I right? I'm moving this my hand here and there. It's something like I'm spending in some energy. How much calorie I have taken? How much calorie I have spent? Still the calorie is there. Please burn the calorie, right? So for the healthcare. So those applications, it is also one of the IoT device for the wearable device, connected cars and vehicles, connected car system and telematic devices. How many of you are having connected cars systems? Like, for example, latest system, all are connected, right? For example, so many things I can discuss. Now, I think time being, it's very difficult to cover all those things. Everything. So you can control maybe the connected cars. Maybe I will come to this point. And industrial IoT. This is also one important. IIoT. That is called industrial IoT. IIoT. That is industrial IoT devices or industrial sensors like a temperature sensor and pressure sensor and asset tracking devices and connected machinery and equipment. So if you see that any big machinery, for example, integral coach factories is there, ICF, and the lignite, um, uh, what you call blacking, and then storing some places, and then they are having some problems. Immediately, the alarm should, if, for example, smoke or fire, the sensor will detect the fire or smoke, immediately inform to that particular person. So to avoid that accident, right? So what I'm trying to say that these are the used for any manufacturing, whether it is automobile industry or any public sector industries, any manufacturing industry. Very I think n number of manufacturing industries are there worldwide. All the industries are controlled by this what you call IoT devices. We have to plug in. It's very difficult to human being monitor always. It is very difficult to do that, right? Even in the forest also, even in the ocean also, even forest and ocean, we are deploy this IoT devices. Where from that we can get some information and then we can do accordingly. So this is what the industrial IoT devices and the other healthcare IoT devices like remote patient monitoring devices. How many of you familiar medical wearables, smart medical devices? That is insulin pumps. You heard about insulin pumps, right? This is also come under what IoT devices and smart city infrastructure, smart street lights and traffic monitoring and control system and environment sensors and agricultural IoT devices, soil moisture sensors, automated irrigation systems, livestock monitoring devices, and smart energy devices, energy related devices like smart meters. Now everything is smart. For your electrical bill, need not to go before 10 years back. A human can, the particular serviceman come and then seeing the meter and then record it and then they will send the report to the concerned engineer. Right now, it's not like that. This will automatically monitor and then it will report. It will store the information in the system and then from that they are generating the report and they are giving you have to pay the bill and so on. Right. So this is what the industrial automation devices, what you call energy monitoring system, industrial automation devices, programmable logic controllers. This is also very important. PLC. You heard about the word PLC. Programmable logic controllers. Everything is programmed by some logic. Based on that, the chip will control. Right. And industrial robots. Industrial robots. Now the robots, I think, heard about robotics. Even the operation which was done by the which is they are planning to do that what you call operation by the remote what you call robots also. The robot operates in many things, right? Which will go for something like that. It detects the bomb also. In an emergency situation, the robot will detect the bomb like a dog. So which should have some sense like a dog. It moves around in the building and it will detect the bombs and then will inform you that the bombs is there. Right. So where again number of IoT related devices are embedded. And what else is this connected health and fitness devices, smart scale and smart exercise equipment. I think in many exercise what do you call equipments are available, which also come under this IoT devices and so on. Right. See why I am giving this slides and things like that. How many of you are familiar with all the devices? It's not a matter. How many of you are familiar with all? But you definitely you know some IoT devices. Maybe you can connect those IoT devices with some other application. This is what I want, right? So you should think about it. And what happened actually? This is a compound average. What do you call compound average grade rating? This is one internet of thinking. Connected devices, something like that in so 2021, in terms of billions, now you can see that the 2021, the connected devices billions, it keep on increasing. And for example, around 25% compared to 2014, connected devices in billions. This is what we happened in 2015 cellular type IOT. Cellular type IOT is something like that. You heard about the GSM, GPRS, right? Heard about, right? That which come under cellular type. GSM, GPRS, and UMTS. Many jargon, many keywords I'm trying to say. Maybe you can go through that. So those come under this cellular network, and then non-cellular type network. If you see, there's something like that, just Ethernet and a fixed phone number or wired connection. Through the wired only the communication will take place, right? So those things are come under cellular network, and then PC, laptop, and tablet, and then mobile phones, and then fixed phones. In fixed phones, for example, in 2015, only 1.3, whereas in the fixed phones, in almost 2021, there is no fixed phone in. Do you have fixed phone in your home? No. Or in your office, or your father office, or mother office, or something like that, or your friends, relatives? No. Almost the fixed phones are almost closed. Not necessary, right? In 2021, almost for the cellular IoT is 27% for the connecting devices. Everything is closed, right? This is very good information, and I think this is one. How now our population in 2020 around 50 billion, 50 billion, sorry, 7.6 billion population worldwide. Worldwide, our population strength is 7.6 billion. Now, the connected devices is 50 billion, 50. Now, if you see that almost, just now I told that the connected devices per person, 2003, it's 0.08. Whereas here now the point 6.58. Now, just now I told that how many devices are connected. How many devices are connected? Every person now, minimum they are connecting with different servers. For example, you have number of apps in the mobile itself. You have number of apps. What happened? You are connecting with different servers. For example, Gmail app is there, Facebook app is there, Twitter app is there, and if you click, you are connecting with the Facebook server. If you click email, you are connected with the email server. If you click WhatsApp, you are connected with the WhatsApp server. Again, the WhatsApp server can communicate with the Facebook. The Facebook may communicate with the Gmail and so on. So what I'm trying to say, we are connecting. The average has been increased day by day, year by year. In 2021, almost 6.5 connected device per person. This is what the statistic says, right? And this is the Internet of Things and Growth. I think how many of you, it is very difficult to read, but maybe try to sectors like different sectors, n number of sectors. It covers all global, including buildings, energy, consumer homes, industry, transportation, retail services, IT, and professionals. Almost which covers all sectors worldwide, globally connect all the sectors, transportation or education sector or IT, everything is connected. Everything we have to go for this internet service. And this is what how it really in our day-to-day life, we are having IoT devices like now simple watch, and then it becomes what? Digital watch, smart watch, and band, smart band, switch, remote switch. Now, how many of you have used that remote switch? Very simple, but that is what you call this IoT is there, right? So simple, and then class also, smart class. Now you can adjust your class, or you can change the class. For example, it automatically when you go outside the sun, what you call temperature is very high, which convert into sun class. automatically. You can set the date. Everything is possible. You can zoom it. You can adjust the uh, class. Uh, so that's a the normal class becomes a smart class and so on. So for that we have to write a program, right? It will not have work without that program. So simple program we have to write that should be embedded in the watch, what is the class itself or the remote itself. Here they are having a number of apps also. Through the mobile I can control it. Through the mobile I can control the switch on, switch on the LED board, right? So this is what the smart city. Smart city main objective is something like that: a smart car, smart me, that is healthcare and then fitness and wellness. So here the smart home, waste management, smart society, smart care, smart IT and communication, smart education, smart mobility, smart energy, and smart building. Everything come under this smart city. So this is one project. This is very big project. Smart home itself. Every home, not a single home. Every home should become a smart home. That's the objective of this smart city. And maybe what do you call smart care? For example, first aid, smart care. If you have any problem, immediately which will identify that you are having this problem. That will inform to you, right? Those things are come under this smart city. And this is the connected roads. This is another example. Connected roads. This come under this US Department of Transportation Statistics. What happened? If you see, there's 5.6 million crashes in 2012. 2012 total crashes in US is something like that 5.6 million, out of which 31,000 are fatalities and 26,500 in Europe. So what happened? Over 1.6 millions are injuries and 1 trillion USD in economic losses. So here the human loss is not there, and the car, everything. You might have buy the car 1 crore, for example. If it is crashed, everything collapse. It is not individual response. It is again in turn it's a common response also, right? So 5 billion hours to travel delays per year, and then most important thing is emission, environmental pollution, carbon dioxide. It pollute through the carbon dioxide in the environment, right? So what happened that is also a major issue. So for that only they are developing one car, that is connected roadways cars with the help of radar. For example, like uh, what do you call this? Video cameras and radar sensors, all are connected to this, and through which what happened, we'll try to avoid this accident. We'll try to avoid this accident. So maybe even those who are driving with the trucks, that immediately you can intimate that before what you call one car is the driver is dragging or had what you call have a truck and maybe which may give some problems. Be alert. So everything is available now for your information. I'm not going to tell about the new version. Maybe they are trying to fine tune those applications. They are trying to fine tune those applications till the research is going on in that direction, right? And this is a connected car factory in one example where we have to concentrate like innovation, efficiency, and agility and risk. This is what the smart and connected buildings where we have to think about that energy management, lighting, safety, and HVAC, that is heat, ventilation, and air conditioning. That is HVAC is a heat, ventilation, and air conditioning, and the building automation and water smart spaces. So those parameters to consider to build smart and connected buildings. Connected. So all are connected, right? For example, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. the manager arrives for a global call. So this is so earlier. Immediately they inform that so earlier. So and overnight, what will happen after 6 p.m. How the building, smart building should work. For example, thousands of people are working in the smart one building, right? right? So those things after 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. everything we can set in the smart connected building, right? This is a smart grid. I think here you heard about the grid, power grid. So power grid is again one more thing, smart appliances, demand management, and what else? Sensors and processors and generator and so on. And smart homes. Smart homes, you can see that locks and TV and speakers. If you, for example, you forgot to switch off your TV, right? So you forgot and then you remember, I forgot to switch off my TV. Then you can, from the office, you can switch off your TV, switch off your light, switch off your fan, switch off your air conditioner. Everything we can do it, right? So this is what happened here, and then this is what the what you call security cameras. Security cameras is there, and then blinds. This is for the window, open and close, and thermostat and lighting, appliances, including oven and then fridge, washing machines, and irrigation engineering like sewage plant maintenance, plant maintenance, whether it is everything which come under smart homes, smart city. In turn, we will convert it into smarter city where we have to consider the transport also, road, connected roads also, right? So this is what the till now what I'm trying to say about some examples like a smart home and a connected roadways and so on. With the help of these examples, you should understand that the important role of IoT. Are you able to follow me? Now you are maybe you are not familiar with all applications, but when I show this diagram, you can understand it, right? That's more than enough for time being. Now you understand. Maybe you can explore whether you are planning to work in smart home or whether you are planning to work in smart grid. That's the next level. The beginning level, you understand that to bring this smart home, we have to concentrate in the smart locks, and then we have to concentrate in the TV and speakers and so on. What are things are available in the home, in the hall, everything is to consider, and how to control those devices with some remote applications with the help of internet. With the help of internet, how to control all those things. Right? That's the objective of this session. Right? Till now, are you able to follow me? Okay. So till now, what we discussed actually, just I am trying to give some IoT definition. I think you remember that this diagram, like the square diagram, where we have a IoT objects. IoT object is anything, and controller. Controller looks like it behaves like what? Brain. Controller or brain. Okay, brain. Then what happened? Sorry. Sensor. Then the sensor will interact with the controller. Then immediately what you will get? Actuate. Then actuate is happened. What happened? Network. Through it communicate. One device to another device, one object to another object, the object to object communication, and so on. This is what happened. Once it's clear, then we list of IoT devices. What are the devices that are available for many sectors? Healthcare sectors, transport tech sectors, all number of. I listed very few only, not all. Right? Three sectors. What are the devices that are available? How many devices? Maybe this question arise yourself. Like how many devices I know actually. This is something like that. You can answer. Everyone will have a different opinion, maybe apart from mobile phone. Now, right? Next one is something like that. Some example, real example. The safe, for example, smart home is a real example. If you go to abroad, something like US, everything now becomes smart homes. Everything is become a smart homes, smart city. So we are trying to adapt from them. Right? Everything is implemented actually with the help of different IoT access technology. What are the access technologies are available? network and access technology. You are familiar with what? Wi-Fi, Zigbee. Yes, good, very good. Zigbee. And what else? Wi-Fi, WiMAX, GPS, GPRS. Those technology, access technologies are available too, right? So some technologies maybe I can discuss with that, right? So in the next slide, we are going to briefly discuss about those technologies also, right? So this I hope this is my brief introduction about IoT, right? And this is what we actually um, the architecture, the overall architecture of IoT device, IoT architecture. Anything you can start with the system architecture. Once you understand the system architecture, you understand the flow. Once you understand the flow, what you mean that you understand the logic behind it. Yeah, you know how it behaves, how it works. That is very, very important, right? Similar, every architecture will have this something like that layered concept, like for example, application layer, presentation layer, and something like that. Every layer will have this architecture. So first model is something like that, which is mainly used for analytics. The analytics which come under vertical specific apps, something like SCADA. The SCADA is nothing but what supervisory control, what you call data acquisition. Yes, good, very good. Data acquisition. And what you call MDM is one type meter data management. Meter data management. Similarly, number of things are available. Vertical specific. I am not going to discuss about this. We are going to. This is not for the class to getting marks and so on. You should understand that. And those parts come under this analytics. And what happened here? The IoT network management is come under co-op. Let me see MQTT, everything. Let me discuss in the slide. And network transport layer and gateways, and then backhaul network and access network like a FAN, LoRa, and a PLC. This is PLC. I told just now. I told that what is a programming logic controller, right? And field, what you call field area network. That is field area network. That is a FAN and LoRa. We have discussed low, what you call low power wide area network, right? That also we discussed. And different applications are there in the functional stack. What are the functional application, communication network, and things like a sensor and actuator will work. This is what the core IoT functional stack. So these, what you call this analytics, and then what this protocols will connected to this core IoT functional stack. Once it's happened, then we have to go for IoT management and computer stack. With the help of internet, we can connect with the cloud and then fog and edge. We have to discuss about. This is not the position to discuss a lot about the cloud computing, edge computing, and then fog computing and all. Right? Anyhow, just these are the global platforms are available for the platform for the services. Number of service providers are available, and with the help of the service provider, we can connect the IoT devices to work with the help of these protocols for analysis purpose, right? And this is what the access technologies. How many of you maybe different access technologies are available? Here, this what do you call? For example, 10-meter range, the Bluetooth, and which will start from less than 10-meter range. We can go with this NFC and EMW, and Europay, and then what you call M stands for I don't forget it, and then V stands for Visa card, right? And what else is the less than 10 meter? Less than 10 meter, we can use this NFC, right? Within the room, we can use within the less than 10 meter, and if it is less than 100 meter, we can go for this technologies like Wi-Fi, and then 6 These are the access technologies, and LoRaWAN, and other things, right? Here, for example, range not strictly defined. Where? That is WPAN. WPAN is something like that, wireless personal area network. And WHAN, that is the wireless home area network. Again, I am repeating, the range is not strictly defined here. And WFAN, this is wireless field or factory area network. And WLAN, wireless, what is called wireless local area network. And the other one is a WNAN, that is wireless neighborhood area network. And wireless wide area network. And the next one is LPWA, is the low power wide area network. So what I'm trying to say, this less than 100 meter and 100 meter, we can access the technology, and with the help of this 3GPP, that is called what you call 3GPP is LTE long term evolution, the 4G fourth generation network. Fourth generation network. There is what you call this project agency. So they form a group to execute this. GSM global system mobile network, and then GPR is the packet radio network, right? So what happened? See, maybe these are the for timing. You should understand that these technologies are available for access the IoT devices, and they have given the distance range also. Timing, you could timing, just you should understand these are the technologies are available for accessing, like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I think you know how to use the hotspot and so on, right? Hotspot, we can connect without internet also. We can connect to the hotspot between the two machines, right? You can connect the mobile, and then what you call your you can connect to the internet through the hotspot, right? So something like that. Even though you don't have that internet, you can use the hotspot for the emergency purpose. So the hotspot itself, what you call this, what they call is a access technology, right? So that those things you should remember, and these are the protocols are available. And if you see that protocol, for example, constrained application protocol. This is a co-op is constrained application protocol, which is very familiar, or which is very useful for, especially for, especially very well defined for what you call resource constrained IoT devices. Already I told that resource constraint means what? For example, speed, computational speed, storage, energy, right? Those parameters are very, very important, especially for IoT devices. It's not like a desktop machine. Desktop have the RAM speed is very high, 8 GB RAM, for example. Intel processor, so, right? Intel processor, and then what you call this memory is very high. Hard disk size is very high. Whereas in IoT devices will not have that much memory, right? Just storing and the information, and then it will spread to the next devices, and the communication will take place. This doesn't have a much memory power. It doesn't have a memory power. So how to use it, right? So those things is very, very important. Like here and messaging. For example, let me take one co-op, that is constrained application protocol. They are using transport layer is UDP. UDP is unreliable protocol. You are familiar with, right? Unreliable means what? There is no guarantee for the packet is received or not. That's it's nothing but unreliable, but a connection will be there, right? And messaging is based on request and response. Once the client is request, and then through the message response message will connect request and response. And 2G, 4G in terms of hundreds, excellent. That's like thousands. Low power and then lossy, again thousands in terms of excellent. And computer and resources, 10K RAM and flash RAM memory. And what else? The computer resources, sorry, security, the medium optional, and the success stories, utility field area attack. The architecture is tree based. Architecture is tree based. And sometimes you can say the topology, you cared about the topology, how we are arranging the systems. That is called topology, right? So the topology is the architecture, for example. Similarly, for number of supporting protocols are available for IoT application and IoT function, how IoT should work. So those protocols are specifically designed for what you call this IoT, right? So anyhow, we are going to discuss a few of them in the next session about these protocols, how it works, and then how it, the security point of view, how will it affect the system. Those things and how to avoid it. Once just now she asked me that how to once you open unnecessary apps, what will happen? Just now I told that answer. Can you able to follow me? Right. Similarly, for this application, how we can compromise. For example, co-op, right? How I can compromise this application. Once it's they compromise, the hacker compromise that application protocol itself. So there is no guarantee that the protocol will 100% give the services. Any product, it seems like they will give 2 years warranty and 3 years warranty. That's it. Lifetime warranty, anyone is giving? Do you know any product they are giving lifetime warranty? Did you hear about it? Lifetime warranty for any product? No. Even software also. You should keep on update the software also. Again, one more thing. You didn't update the software frequently, then also give problems because they found some patches. The patch is what to avoid they identify the attack. Then they create the patches. They will update it in the software. For example, how many of you often update your Windows or any operating system? How many days? 1 week once or every day? 1 week once. At least 1 week once you should update the Windows, for example. Otherwise, what happened that they will worldwide, assume that worldwide, how many hackers are there? So hackers is not a matter. Again, and one more thing I forgot to tell you that accidentally hack may also generated. You open the you give the a link to some XYZ. I am linked with you. There is a chance for attacking me also. There is a chance for accessing my data also because you linked with the particular person. So this is something like cascading effect. You understand what I'm trying to say? You should update the software frequently, not only system, any software. Obviously, you might have seen that some pop-up message. You might have seen that, right? Please update Chrome. The version is there. Please update. You should update it, but you should be very careful whether this Chrome update is coming from the legal website or not. That's very, very important. The same update will be come from the malware also. You should be very careful. Same website without how many of you seen that fake notes, fake rupees notes? One. Can you identify the difference? Is it possible? No. Exactly. It's the right answer. Very difficult. Very difficult to identify. This is a fake note. This is the original note. So then assume how website, similar website, SS website, similar website, certificate, similar degree certificate, 100%, but it's like similar signature, right? So that's the thing is going on. So to control all those things, you should be very careful. So anyway, we are going to discuss about some protocols in the next session. All right. So now the future of IoT connected devices in 2025. Connecting devices in 2025, which may go up to 2025, which may go up to 75.44 billion. 2025, after 2 years, the connecting devices to almost 14%. 14% will increase, 15% will increase, 13% will increase. Connecting devices. Now, actually, our population is around 8 billion. Connecting devices is what? Everyone will have around 7 connecting devices every day. We are using we are using fridge, we are using washing machine, we are using every home appliance itself. After that, you are coming from the car or bike or bus or airplane or whatever may be connecting devices. And then you are coming here and then you are listening, connecting devices. Everything is programmed. Once they got the program, they can control it. Once they got the program, on the beginning itself, whether you remember or not, the program, I can write a own program to hack the information. It's very difficult actually, because I should know about this confidentially, how actually they design this circuit. Once I got it, I can control this device because it's open, right? For example, I click right click, then it would go to the next slide. Again, one more person, when I click right click, it will go to the previous slide. Or they can switch off. Now he put the battery, right? Now, even though if a battery is there, this will not work. I plug it. Is it possible or not? Yes, it's 100% possible. Once it's open. The device is not having some success, whether I have to press or not. Anyone can press, right? Remotely, someone can press. Or I can lock this process. Some driver program which controls this, the operating system. Some driver program is there. I can stop that. I disable that software driver program for this stick. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yes, I can control the driver programs. I can disable it because so if it is switch off and without my permission, the power fluctuation is switched off. Then the configuration may change or may not change. Without proper shutdown, if assume that the machine is switched off, the configuration or settings for BIOS setup, it will change or not. For example, date and time change. Then you have to go to the BIOS setup and then you should change that all those things. Am I right? How many of you follow or not? I don't know. Right? That's why normally in your lab itself, your mentor will tell you, please switch off properly. How many of you switch off the properly in your lab? I don't know. Right? Some people switch off like this. Some people, but we can't see that whether they are pressing here or so on. Do's and don'ts we'll write in the board. So what happened when I put next time I boot that machine? What happened? The configuration will completely change. What happened? Internet is not connected and so on. So those problems are case. Once that happened, what happened? The problem depends upon that the situations, right? So, so 2025, assume that we can reach the number of connecting devices, IoT devices will definitely increase, and demand is also more, and everything will something like that. Smart, I can control the fan in the remote, right? Remote fan control is there, everything. So that's the thing is that thing will happen, and finally now we enjoy the services. Now we enjoy the services of IoT. We enjoy the applications. We are using the applications. Fine. What about the next one? Service. What she said is something like security aspects. What about issues of update? You should take care, right? You should take care about your health. You can have very good food and then you can have more in the morning. And you should take exercise. You should maintain your health. Similarly, you maintain the services also. To maintain the services, you should take care of the security. So, in terms of security, is a major challenge in IoT. So, we agree in 2025 or to 2035 itself, the connecting devices are more than 10 crores or 100 crores or whatever. Fine. So, what is the next issue? Security also you should take care. They can control. So, assume students and then they can control your system remotely. You just go through that your Google or maybe in the Google just to give some demo about how to hack the operating system, how to hack the Bluetooth devices. I can show the demo. I can run number of videos. It opens just to give that word. How to hack the operating system, how to hack the Bluetooth devices, how to hack the Wi-Fi related devices. They have given step by step. So step by step they have given clearly. If you follow that, you can hack it. So that's a thing is going on. Right? What I'm trying to say, here they are giving the attacks, take control, steal information, and disturb services. 3 attacks. For example, completely take control of the home appliances. Completely take control of the car. completely take control of the some man action, or in the meantime, steal the information from here, steal the information from the car, steal the information from some common source. And with the disturbance, you can disturb the what you call the smart door here, or you can disturb the car also. For example, maybe um, what do you call this connected cars. I can disturb the car also. I can next slide. I want to show 2 minutes video, and I can disturb the what you call the services also, right? So this is what happening in one. So just a small demo, not demo, video clipping, which is available in the net it seems, and just I'm playing this video.
Like many thousands of Jeeps around the world, it can be remotely hacked over the internet through a cellular connection to its entertainment system.
Andy Greenberg, senior writer at Wired, allowed 2 hackers to remotely control a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee that they say hadn't been altered in any way while driving on a highway in St. Louis.
So first we're going to turn the fan on him.
Yeah, let's turn the fan on, see if he even notices. All right, something just turned on, all the fans and AC and stuff. I didn't do that. Now the air conditioning is blasting, the music is blasting, and I can't see anything because of the windshield wiper fluid.
Hackers Charlie and Chris say they worked for the last year to develop the software to take over the digital systems in the vehicle.
So we're killing the engine right now.
It says park sense. I turned on my hazard lights, but I was still stuck in the right lane with no shoulder to escape onto. Guys, I'm stuck on the highway.
What did he say?
I don't know, I think he's panicking.
They say this experiment was done to show how some late-model Chrysler vehicles could be exposed to hacks through an internet-connected computer in the dashboard.
We wanted to show that this attack has serious consequences for this vehicle.
We're only 2 guys with 1 car, right? So, we can't look at every car, and we want to release this information because more people like us need to be focused on this problem.
Charlie and Chris alerted Chrysler, who is offering a security update at no cost to customers. They released a statement writing, similar to a smartphone or tablet, vehicle software can require updates for improved security protection to reduce the potential risk of unauthorized and unlawful access to vehicle systems. Be sure to watch Inside Edition.